everybody, it is Health Coach B, your favorite coach. I have come here today to share with you a really quick recipe and to help you really make some delicious meals that go with your nutrition plan. So before I start, I'm actually just going to have a quick aloe. So aloe, of course, is important for everything, for digestion, for reflux, for guts, for bowel, for pretty much for your skin, and it's 100% purity. So you can have whatever flavor you like. This is amazing for dressings. So if you're going to be making dressings for your salads, I would strongly suggest adding an aloe to that dressing with the little vinegar and also a little bit of your oils, your quality oils and so forth. So I'm really thirsty, so I have this either drinking my aloe or my herbal beverage. So what we're going to be doing today is a fantastic little prawn dish. So I'm going to be making a prawn patty. Okay, it's one of my favorites. So what I've got here is I've got about 100 grams of prawn. I've got cumin and I've also got curry powder. I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder and also 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I've got about a quarter of a cup approximately of parsley and spring onions chopped. I'm going to use 1 egg. I have also personalized protein powder. I prefer using this instead of lots of flour, okay? It increases your protein levels, and it's got no carbs in it, and it's great for binding things up. I have chickpea flour, okay, as a binder, and I've also got optional, you can add a little bit of rice. I prefer brown rice, but this is what I've got available today. And that's just gives you those little carbs that you might need. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to chop up our prawns and we're going to add them into our dish, or into our bowl. So make sure you, I like to chop them quite finely, okay, so that they're like not minced. It's up to you. If you like them minced, that's fine, but you want them to be chopped fine enough so that they don't break up the patty while they're cooking. I'm a big fan of prawns, by the way. Seafood is great for conditioning for your body. It's easy to digest, and it is it's light, it's low calorie. I mean, prawns. I love prawns and everything. I'm a big seafood girl. And to be honest, if you're eating red meat, you're best to be only eating red meat if you are on a weight loss plan, even if you're on a muscle gain plan. Red meat probably twice a week. That's enough. If you are a vegetarian, obviously you're not going to be eating prawns, but you can choose great options. You know, obviously tofu is one of my favorites. So I'm really chopping this up, not mincing it, but I'm getting it into a really fine dice, okay? Again, if you'd like to use minced prawn meat, that's up to you. So now I'm going to add that into my bowl. And I actually do have some Himalayan salt, which I prefer to use, but it's only in the rock form. I don't have a grinder. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe my hands off. Excuse me 1 moment. Okay, so I've got those in my bowl. I'm now going to add in 1 egg to this bowl. 1 egg like so. Oopsie daisy. Now you can also add in, by the way, is egg white. Okay, so I'm just going to use my spoon. I'm going to add in here 1 tablespoon of, or 1.5 tablespoons of my chickpea flour. Okay, now I'm going to add in my personalized protein powder. So in here, of course, I have my scoop. I'm going to put in 2 scoops of personalized protein powder as a binding agent. Okay, now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put in my parsley. I'm going to put in my baking soda, baking powder, and I'm just literally adding all the dry ingredients. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to mix it up with my fork. I do like to use whisks, but obviously the prawns get stuck in there, so we're not going to do that right now. Okay, so it's quite dry at the moment. I'm going to add in this other egg. I don't want to add milk or anything. Now, if you do prefer not to use the yolks, perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm making it into quite a lovely mixture here. I am going to add just a touch of soy milk. So let me just grab that. Oh, sorry, almond milk. Oh, it is soy. Okay, just a touch. Just to bind that recipe and just to get a little bit of texture there. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what I'm looking for. It's a little bit of moisture in it. You can use water, of course. That's perfectly fine. So I'm just going to scrape the bowl out. Now, I like things spicy, so I also like to put in a bit of chili. It's up to you. Feel free. But I do like to put in a bit of salt. So I'm just going to put a pinch of salt in. The salt actually also brings out the flavors of the seafood. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over there and we're going to cook these up and we're going to make delicious, delicious patties. Delicious prawn patties that are low calorie, high protein, and so easy to make. Okay, see you soon. All right, guys. So we're just going to cook up our pancakes. So as you can see, the consistency I've actually got here is really nice. It's quite thick. And I've given it about 5 minutes for the baking soda and the baking powder to actually kind of rise, to kick in. Oops, I just turned the elements off. So I've put my pan on quite high, and I've got a really good olive oil spray. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that. Okay, for some reason I put the kitty lock on. Okay, so I like to use extra virgin olive spray, which means it's not too heavy. You're not overusing oil. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple on the pan. Okay, get these cooking off nicely, and I'll show you what these look like. Huh? Okay, so this is going to make. Ideally, I'll probably make about 4, but I've made these quite big, so they're making about 3. Delicious, so tasty. Okay, so let me show you what we've got here. Okay, here we go. So, oopsie daisy. Let's have a look what we've got going on the pan. So we're going to let those cook down, okay, and then we're going to turn them over when they start bubbling a little bit, and that's when you know that they're ready. All right. So, just be a few minutes. They're cooking away beautifully. They've got this fantastic golden color from some of the turmeric that I actually had in my pan. So turmeric's really great for an anti-inflammatory as well. So guys, here we have our finished product. Have a look at these most delicious, like I'd say like pancakes, but they're not. They're literally hot cakes, and they are just amazing. So straight out of the pan. And they are, what I also like to do, you can put a dollop of hummus on them, or a little bit of maybe sour cream, something like that. And even if you really like, this is a little twist here, a little squeeze or a slice of lemon, because obviously what's better than seafood? Seafood with lemon. So put a little squeeze of lemon on top and enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy this recipe and tell me how you go when you make it.